Welcome to our tutorial about appearances. In order to see all the options that are available in this lesson, you need to turn on Real View Graphics. Now, if you don't see this option here, it means your graphics card doesn't support Real View Graphics. And let's right-click on this face. The Appearances icon is this colorful sphere. I'm going to work at the part level. Let's left-click. The Property Manager opens. There's two tabs, Basic and Advanced. Let's start with the Basic tab. Let's choose a color, let's say red. And now my part is red. Let's accept. And let's right-click on this part. Select Appearances. And notice that in the hierarchy, the color now appears at the part level. I can edit the color right here or click on the red X to remove it. Now let's work at the body level. The Property Manager opens. Let's choose blue. If we scroll down, by the way, we can specify a custom color. We talk about display states later on. Let's take a look at the Advanced tab. Here we can specify a number of different color properties. Let's look at the Illumination tab. And check here to turn on Dynamic Help. This means that when you mouse over the sliders of a control, you can read a description about what that option means and how it works. For example, transparency. Let's drag the slider. And let's accept. Now let's right-click again on this part and select Appearances. And let's go to the feature level, Boss Extrude. Let's change the color to black. OK. Let's right-click here again, select Appearances, and as you guessed by now, the body appearance overrides the part appearance. The feature appearance overrides the body appearance. The face or surface appearance overrides the feature appearance. Let's work at the face level now. Select Face from the hierarchy. And let's go to the Advanced tab. I'm going to choose yellow as a color. Let's go to the Illumination tab, and we'll adjust the transparency a little bit. And as you see, only the color we applied becomes transparent. Basically, it works like this. The color is applied at the top level, and the colors beneath are disregarded. Let's adjust the transparency back to 0 and accept. In order to remove appearances, we can right-click and just click on the red X in the hierarchy. We can also go to the Display Manager, just right-click and select Remove Appearance. There's another way to remove appearances. Just right-click, go to Appearances, and now let's select the body level. Wait till the Property Manager opens, and click Remove Appearance. And now we've got the option to remove all appearances. Under Selected Geometry, we're able to filter by various levels of the hierarchy: Part, Faces, Surfaces, Bodies, or Features. Let's select a few surfaces. And now let's apply some color. OK. And once again, to remove the color, just right-click, Appearances, and click on the red X. That removes the color from the single face. Let's go to the Display Manager, right-click, and remove Appearance. Or we can also remove all appearances. Now let's learn how to apply a material to the part. In the Feature Manager design tree, we see the Materials folder. Currently it's empty. Now, if you don't see this folder here, go to Options on the Frequently Used Commands list. Select the Feature Manager branch. And next to Material, select Automatic or Show. Let's cancel out of this dialog window for now. Now let's right-click on Material and select Edit Material. Let's go to SOLIDWORKS Materials, Copper Alloys, and let's select Copper. Here we see a number of properties of the copper. Let's go to the Appearance tab. Here's the preview. Let's take a look at the Crosshatch tab. This is going to be available if it's applicable to the material, and in our case, it isn't. Let's take a look at the Custom tab. Here's where we specify the properties of the material that we customize. Now let's take a look at the Application Data tab. That's for notes for your material. And finally, the Favorites tab. Here we can add material to a list of our favorites. Just select the material, right-click, Add to Favorites. Now it appears in this list. Let's return to the Properties tab. Apply and close. And now in the design tree next to Material, we see Copper. The copper has been applied at the part level. In my graphic area, you see how copper looks with Real View graphics. Here's how it looks without the Real View graphics. Let's go back to Real View, and let's right-click and select Appearances. This face. Let's expand the Appearances folder. We'll select Metal, Steel, and let's navigate down to Stainless Steel Knurled. The appearance updates immediately. Under both the Basic and Advanced tabs, we've got mapping options. Here are the mapping style controls. Down below, we have the mapping size options. Rotation angle. We've got even more mapping options on the Advanced tab. Okay, at this point, I'm going to accept. And let's right-click here. Appearances, go to the body level. For material, let's navigate to Organic. Open the Wood branch, Oak, and let's choose Unfinished Oak End Grain. Let's go back to the Basic tab. Let's take a look at the mapping controls. Let's try a cylindrical map. Adjust the rotation angle. Let's say to 90 degrees. Let's increase the mapping size. We can do this right in the graphic area as well, by the way. OK. Let's apply appearances to our triangle also. Right-click, Appearance. Let's go to the body level. And let's navigate to Stone. Architectural. Marble. Let's try blue shiny marble. We'll just zoom in a little bit to help with the mapping. Let's go to the Mapping tab. And let's try spherical or box mapping. Notice that if you make the mapping size too small, you'll start to see the visible pattern of the material and it'll look less realistic. And let's click OK. Let's go to Shaded with Edges view. And once again, let's see how this looks with the Real View option off. And let's turn it on again. One more thing here. Even when I apply a different appearance to my part, copper still appears in the design tree as my basic material. And this concludes our first lesson about working with appearances. Welcome to our second lesson about working with appearances. Let's go to the Display Manager tab. Here we've got 3 sub-tabs: View Appearances, View Decals, and View Scene Lights and Cameras. You can edit appearances right from the Display Manager. If we right-click on any node, we can select Add, Edit, Remove, Attach, etc. Let's edit. The Property Manager for this material opens. Let's make our modifications and either accept or cancel out of the Property Manager. We can also simply grab and drag appearances right into the graphic area. We can apply easily to the part level, the body level, the feature level, etc. Notice that when I do this, the Property Manager didn't launch. To launch the Property Manager, you need to hold down the Alt key. Let's try that again. Drag it right in with the Alt key held down. And here's the Property Manager for this material. The last option here is Scenes. Let's check that out. Here we can choose from a number of different background scenes. The scenes are available in this tree as well. Here are 3 categories: basic scenes, studio scenes, and presentation scenes. To apply a scene, just double-click on the scene. Down below in the pane are previews. And this concludes our second lesson about working with appearances. Welcome to our tutorial about improvements to the Appearances tool in SOLIDWORKS 2013. Now SOLIDWORKS gives you a number of new materials like liquids, plastics, organic materials, and so on. There's also some other enhancements that we'll talk about. Let's begin by going to the Materials library. Appearances, Plastic, High Gloss. And let's grab the green high gloss plastic and drop it right onto my face. Now the Appearance Target palette has a pin down button. The face option is selected, so let's drop a few more materials on the faces of my part. We're now able to copy the appearances as well. Right-click and paste it. Another new option is the Appearance Filter. How it works is like this. When the Appearance Filter is active, and I want to replace, let's say, the green high gloss plastic with red, all instances of the green are going to be replaced. We can also copy and paste from the PhotoWorks 360 drop-down menu. Let's go to Add-ins. Select PhotoWorks and click OK. Click on PhotoView 360 in the main menu. Here are the copy and paste appearance options. To remove appearances, just right-click on the entity, and from the Appearances submenu, choose the red X. You can also go to the Display Manager tab, select the appearance you want to delete, and press the Delete key. Another new option we've got is rounding sharp edges. Let's right-click, Modify, Appearances submenu. Let's select Body. Now on the Property Manager, we'll go to the Advanced tab, Illumination. Let's scroll down to the option to round sharp edges. Here we'll enter the fillet radius value, and let's click OK. This is just a cosmetic feature. It doesn't affect the source geometry. In order to view the effect, we need to render our model, or we need to open the preview window. SOLIDWORKS gives us a suggestion. Let's click OK. And here's the model with rounded edges. Let's close the preview window. Another new feature is that we can scale textures, surface finishes, and decals to match the model size automatically. or we can use the default scale. Let's go to Tools on the main menu strip. Scroll down to Options. Let's go to the Document Properties tab and the Model Display branch. Here's the option to automatically scale appearance textures, surface finishes, and decals to the model size. Let's cancel out of this window for now. And let's go to my second example. Here I've used a plastic pattern, blue dimpled plastic. In order to see the pattern applied, I need to render or use the preview window. The preview window opens and shows us what our models look like. The scaling of the pattern has been applied to these 3 instances of the cube. Here's the default scale. And this concludes our tutorial about enhancements to working with appearances in SOLIDWORKS 2013.